Welcome to another episode of Why Western. I'm your host, John Garcia, Assistant Athletic Director of Communication, and I'm joined with Melaina Hawblitzel, Mel, from the women's volleyball team. How are you doing today, Mel?
I'm great. Thanks so much for having me.
Yes, we are super excited to be able to sit down with you and get to know you a little bit better. Obviously, like you've seen the Why Western podcast before, and so this is all about you and kind of your passion for volleyball, how it came to be, and just getting to know you a little bit better.
Okay,
And so,
perfect.
our first question for you is kind of when did you really get into volleyball? When did it kind of was it placed upon your lap? Was it you developing into a
Mhm.
volleyball player? How'd that kind of turn out for you?
Yeah. So it kind of was placed upon my lap, honestly. My dad coached volleyball for probably like 25 years, I think.
Yeah, yeah,
And I had an older sister who played volleyball. She's 4 years older. So it's kind of just little sister wanted to do whatever her big sis did. So I definitely grew up in a gym then. I think I literally learned how to walk in a volleyball gym. So
yeah.
if that explains that.
From the diapers, you're
Yes,
ready to go. Yeah.
literally. So it was really cool though, getting to practice and play with all the older girls. Whenever my dad was coaching, I
Yeah,
just
yeah.
shag balls for them, run around with them. It was really fun.
And so for you as a little girl, you said you started when you were really
Mhm.
young. Is that like was Warsaw, Indiana, where you're from, was that like a big volleyball scene for you, or were you just placed in the right circumstance, like with your family?
Yeah, I feel like it's pretty big there. I think it's not necessarily huge,
Yeah,
but it definitely, I was placed in like the right circumstance to be able to play a lot. I played some other sports too, but volleyball was really just what my family did, like what
for
just
sure.
clicked,
Yeah,
that
yeah.
we stayed with that.
And so for yeah, obviously you say like that's what your family did.
Mhm.
So was it always kind of is it more for kicks and giggles for your family, or is it like no, we're here to win? Like like everybody's locked in kind of.
So I actually have no idea how my dad ended up getting into volleyball because
Oh,
and
really?
my mom didn't play volleyball
Yeah.
either, but it definitely was once we started playing club and everything, it got into the a lot of competitiveness then too of always driving hour and a half, 2 hours to practice, like going a ton of different tournaments and everything. So it definitely racked up that competitiveness,
For
I
sure.
think. Yeah.
Awesome. And so you bring up club that you played club. And so did you start club at a younger age? Because obviously, you're playing around it since diapers. So were you starting, club at, 9, 10, 11?
Mhm.
Were you, older when you got into club? How did that kind of
Yeah.
pan out?
So I started club in third grade. It was just, yeah,
Yeah.
it was just more of like fun
Yeah.
getting into it type deal. My sister did it too. So I started so young just because she was doing it.
Yeah.
But then I started like kind of racking it up a little bit. We then switched clubs to like a little bit bigger club. And that was when I was just trying out for a small club level team. And they like were doing tryouts and they're like, wait, like,
You're
can
decent.
you be on our national team? I was like,
Oh,
oh,
oh, you're
okay.
good. Yeah,
I
yeah,
was
yeah.
like, sure, like if you actually want me to. So that's when we started doing more travel and going places. And then I ended up switching a club again just to like keep going with the
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
competitiveness. And I played at Boiler Juniors for a year. So that was really cool. I was able to play under John Shondell, who now coaches at Wisconsin. So
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
really fun. But then that was like 2 hours away. So I was like, let's bring it back a little
Yeah,
closer to
yeah.
home. So then I went to Team Pineapple, and it was really cool getting to be coached by Loy Ball. He was a four-time Olympian, 2008 gold medalist. So that was amazing. But
Man.
yeah, we definitely like just started at a young age and just kept
Yeah,
picking our
yeah.
way up from there.
And so you've been able to be led by a lot of great
Mhm.
coaches. And so with that being said, at what point, obviously you said you jumped through a lot of different teams just to get that experience. But at one point for you, did you realize like, oh man, I'm decent at this. Like I could play in college. Like I'm good.
I think the moment when, first of all, notes when I was like kind of decent at it was when they asked me to be on a national team. I was
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, yeah.
okay, if
Yeah,
we,
that's gonna stroke
yeah,
anybody's ego. Yeah.
exactly. So, but then once I did move to Team Pineapple and I was with this amazing group of girls, and my coach pulled us all aside and was like, hey, let's start recruiting now. It was like 15, 16's year. I was like, oh, this is real. Like, yeah, we're doing this. So, I feel like I was kind of just going 1 year at a time. And when the time finally came, I was like, yeah, like I want to play. Let's do this. So, we all just started sending out emails and like contacting coaches and everything. And eventually we were able to get
Yeah,
here,
yeah.
My club director is amazing with helping everything. And um, Loy would always help out, like sending emails and
For
everything,
sure.
and just whenever I had questions, he would help with any way he could. So
And so for you then, what was kind of your like what stuck out to you in being able to kind of develop as a as because well, I guess I'll backtrack a little bit. Here you play as an outside
mhm.
hitter. And so was that always the case for you growing up? And then if so, what kind of helped you solidify like this is what I want to do?
I've actually played every position.
Oh, really?
Um, Yeah, some are better than others,
Yeah,
obviously.
yeah,
But I think as I just kept going, I just found out outside was I liked hitting and passing. So outside, I was able to do both. Even a couple of years, I did six rotation right side as well. So I was able to hit and pass on the other side.
for sure.
So that was really fun. But definitely props to like the setters and middles. I did it once, don't want to do it
Yeah,
again. So
never.
like y'all can keep
Okay,
your
yeah,
spot. It's
yeah,
okay.
yeah. That's awesome. So that was just kind of your calling that you fell into, and
Mhm.
you're just like, oh, this is
Yeah.
my role.
Yeah. Kind of
Awesome.
just clicked with me. I was like, wait, I enjoy doing this. It's just
Yeah,
the one that I was able to execute best at.
for sure. And so you brought up that as you started getting older, your coaches were like, all right, we should start recruiting. Like,
Mhm.
let's start looking at other schools and making those calls. So how did that process for you look like? Obviously 16, 17-year old, you're just kind of
Yeah.
going with the flow, but you also want to play. So
Yeah.
how was that?
It was kind of scary and like a little stressful too. Being at club tournaments and everything, and courts are just surrounded by coaches and
Yeah.
everything with like the amazing team that I had. Um, and all those amazing players, like you just look up and it's just like coaches everywhere. It's like, whoa. Um, I definitely like all the emails being sent and phone calls. Before every phone call, I'm like hyping myself, like, okay, you got this.
Yeah.
Just like really reminding myself, I want this. I want to be able to play in college. So a lot of that. But once like you do it multiple times, it's like, okay, like I can do this. Like I've done
Yeah.
this before. And I try to just keep reminding myself, like everything happens for a reason. Like if something didn't work with this one school, then I'm like, hey, I can find a better place that's fit for me. So, and I was able to do that
Yeah,
right
yeah.
here. So,
Heck yeah. And so for you, then when did Western kind of come into play? Was it one of the first schools that reached out? Was one, middle, last? Like how did that all pan
yeah.
out?
So we have a family friend actually who he ran track and cross country here. And I honestly didn't know that until I was like doing the recruiting process and
Yeah,
we talked to him and we're like, oh, wait, like you loved it here. I'll reach out. So
yeah,
I was able to reach out, send out an email, had a call with them, and then some of the tournaments they were there. My coaches were there, so I was able to like meet up with them, talk, and they watched me play. But yeah, definitely props out to my family friend who went
yeah,
here.
yeah.
Like, thank you for bringing this up.
Who's your family friend
Luke
that
Howitt.
Luke? Shout out Luke
Shout out
Howard.
Luke Howitt.
Heck yeah. And so with that being said, obviously, you were looked at by other schools, and then you had Luke Howard throw you an assist. And so ultimately, obviously you have all these other places talking to you, but why Western? Like what kind of stuck out to you about Western compared to all the other schools?
Yeah. So I came on a visit then because I was like, I really want something to feel like home. I don't want to get homesick or
Yeah, for
anything,
sure.
being I am 5.5 hours away from here. So I wanted to come here and just see how everything was. And I walked around campus, drove around town, and I was like, wait, this is like I could live here. I
Yeah,
just
yeah,
like felt warm and homey, and the town reminds me a lot of my town at home. And I just loved the way like the team got along together. I loved the way like sports were supporting each other, and I could just picture myself here. And even my mom, like when we took her to come here as well, she was walking around and it was so cute. She was like taking pictures of everything and she was so excited. She like talked to me and she's like you could live here. You
yeah.
look like you could live here. So
And so how obviously you say it's similar to Warsaw.
mhm.
What are some of those similarities that kind of made you fall in love with it?
um honestly just like the kind of country vibe style, I
Yeah.
guess. The size of it could be very close. Um I guess it's kind of hard to explain. It's just the vibe of like
Yeah,
being
yeah,
towns. It just kind of matches the
yeah.
same. But yeah, this is like my second home too. I
That's
love it
awesome.
here. I love living here.
Yeah,
So
that's so cool to be able to hear. And I know as we've done these interviews with several student athletes, a lot of them have kind of been the same boat where it's like, oh yeah, this is like
yeah,
it's just like you got to be here to know it.
exactly. It's hard to
It's
explain.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
just
yeah, yeah.
you feel it. Yeah.
And so for you, obviously you said you had a first visit, came here. But at what point did you feel like, or did you know, like, I made the right, like, this was the right decision? Whether that was, during the first visit, whether that was during that first season, like, at
Mhm.
what point did it kind of click? Like, okay, this is the right choice.
Yeah, I think when I came here in summer, my freshman year, it was definitely that team camaraderie that we were able to do, like have, and we all just did a bunch of like team bonding stuff together. We'd rent boats, like just hang out
Yeah,
together, and I could tell like I get along with these girls. Like I love them. They're my sisters. Like so that was definitely a big moment that I was able to realize this is the right choice. Like
yeah.
I love everyone who I'm around. So
And so who, obviously, as you brought up, you had your mom here kind of
mhm.
telling you like, oh yeah, you could live here. Who kind of helped you make that decision? Who was
Yeah.
like the biggest impact for you? Whether it was coaches, whether it was family, whether it was your family friend Luke, like who was there helping you kind of make that?
Yeah, I feel like especially my dad was like a really big impact with like helping me with this whole recruiting process and
For sure.
everything. So I talked to him and my mom like both about this. And when they saw my face on campus and when I got the call that like the coaches wanted me, like they could tell that I wanted to be here. Um, and I feel like personally I do a lot of like second guessing sometimes of like,
Yeah,
did I make the right choice? And they were like if you saw your face, like you know you made the right choice. Like they could just tell. So they like talked to me about that and like really helped me um, solidify that that was the right choice. I knew it was,
yeah, yeah,
but
yeah.
just because I second guessed like a ton of stuff, but it was perfect. And they knew by my face. They're like, you know, you want to be here. So,
Yeah, that's awesome. So what's been your most favorite thing about, Western and Macomb?
ooh. Um, I love how close all of the teams are. I love that I'm walking around campus or even just in my dorms and I see somebody from another team. I'm like, oh, hey, like, how are you guys doing? Good luck
Yeah,
tonight. Just that connection that you have with everybody because it is a little bit smaller town and campus,
yeah,
but that's what I love about it. I love that it's like this perfect medium size that you just pretty much know everybody and everybody's so sweet and nice and always congratulating you or wishing you good luck and it's
yeah.
amazing. Good
Everyone wants the
environment.
best for people genuinely want the best for
Exactly.
you. Yeah.
Like when women's basketball goes and wins the conference, like that's amazing that
Mhm.
our school is able to do that.
Yeah, I don't like we were talking about it off the camera. Um, just kind of how the support
Hmm.
system goes. Like it's not uncommon to see like another sports team at a baseball game or a softball game or a volleyball. Like
Yeah.
it's just like, oh, cool. The volleyball team showed up to the basketball game. Like it's just like another day in the office. And
Yeah.
I think that's something that's super cool to be able to be a part of.
It's
So
fun to go support your friends and like
yeah.
everybody you know and even people you don't know. You're like, wait, I've seen you around. Like I think I
Yeah.
know you. Yeah.
And so no, I think it's awesome to see y'all as student athletes
Hmm.
just be so connected. Like, you each have your respective sports team, but at the end of the day, y'all could come together, just like still show out,
Yeah,
still
for
support them.
sure.
And so awesome. Well, we're gonna be shifting gears a little
Okay.
bit for this next segment. This is kind of more rapid fire. And so these questions are just about, you, about your teammates. So, teammates don't get upset with answers here. But the first question, drum roll. The first question is, who is your favorite teammate?
Oh, it's a hard one. Um, I don't know. I feel like Kenny Adair and I like we kind of have the same vibe. Like we always go work out together. He always invites me over to her house and like we go tanning and
Yeah.
stuff. Um yeah, so I feel like we always get along, always hang out and can't forget about my roommates next year too,
Yeah.
Audrey and Alicia. Like I'm so excited to live with them
Yeah.
too. So
Awesome. Heck
it's
yeah.
like hard to tell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you guys just
Like the list could keep just
yeah.
going by. Yeah.
Awesome. Next question is, what is the hardest practice drill?
Ooh. Okay, so there was one time we did this drill. I don't know the name of it, but there were six people on one side, and then the other side was a setter, DS, and then an outside. And the outside was hitting 3 minutes straight. Like it's just hit,
Okay.
transition, hit, transition. And if they play it up, then you have to like keep playing it out. So that was exhausting, but could definitely get the endurance going, you
Yeah.
know. But there's also like a team one that's pretty hard that it's a game to seven, but then the winner of that game to seven gets a big point. And then there's some like other weird scoring system going on to like make it even harder. But and then you play to like a certain amount of points depending on how much time we have left in practice. But that could also be pretty
So a
exhausting
lot,
with how long
yeah,
it
yeah, yeah,
goes.
yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of the cardio at once are
Yes.
gassing y'all out. Okay. Next question. For this one, it doesn't just pertain to like this last year, but your time here at Western as a whole. So what has been your favorite road trip?
Oh, we went to South Carolina one time.
Ooh,
We went
okay.
to play College of Charleston, I believe,
Hmm.
and that was so fun. It was beautiful. We like walked around the town, just got to hang out. It was so warm, so that was really fun. I think we flew there too, so
Just
able
being
to,
able to vibe out, kind of
yes,
explore a little bit with the
it was
squad.
really cool. Yeah,
Heck yeah.
but I can't wait for the Brazil trip though
Yeah,
too.
yeah, it's the
That one's
Brazil
gonna be
trip.
really fun.
Yeah.
That may have to top it. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Going out to Brazil with the
Yes.
squad. Yeah, that,
What can top that one, you
that's
know?
one that's got to go on the gram for sure. That's got
It will be.
Next question for you is what is your go-to pregame song? So what song is getting you hyped before a game?
Okay, hot take. I love country music and like
Country
even just
music.
sad, slow songs.
Okay.
So I feel like probably nobody else is gonna answer that. But
Like
I
what's
feel
an
like
example? Like what artist or what songs you're listening to?
oh, Cody Johnson. I love Noah Kahan, not country,
Yeah,
but
yeah, yeah.
love Noah Kahan, Cody Johnson, Luke Bryan, like all of those. Again, I just have like a huge playlist of
So you,
like country
so you're
and
blasting stick season before a game.
oh yes.
Just
A new album coming out. Oh, that's
yeah.
going repeat.
Uh,
Yes. Hey, that's
um,
what
yeah, yeah.
gotta get in the fields, be able to execute the best.
So then sidetrack, not part of the question. So like are you like more country girl then? Like you
I
okay.
love country. I'm so excited. I'm gonna go see some concerts this year with
Yeah.
actually Kennedy's gonna come too. So we're so excited for that.
That so like boots and everything.
Oh,
Like
for sure. Got
okay.
the outfit picked out,
Yeah,
all
ready to go.
country.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Awesome. Okay. Next question for you is what is the most underrated thing about Macomb?
Underrated. Ooh,
Like what is something I would say like what is something that people who only Macomb homies would like know about Macomb that's like underrated?
honestly, all the food choices.
Really?
Like I
Okay, food choice.
love the food choices. I feel like people who come here, maybe they'll just be like, "Oh, McDonald's." Like we see that, but I love like good hometown yummy chins. Like can never go wrong
Yummy
with
chin is
those.
gas.
Yes.
Yeah, yummy chin is good.
Yeah, I feel like you can never go wrong with those.
Yeah, yeah.
But you can also find just some diamond in the rough spots, like going to the lake, rent boats sometimes, be
Yeah.
able to go hang out there. So I think that's really cool, being able to once you're here, you're able to find a bunch of things to do.
Yeah, for sure.
Best places to eat too.
Yeah.
Best thing to do.
Next question for you, last question for
Mhm.
rapid fire is what's one word you would use to describe Western?
I feel like community. I think that could be a word. Because we talked about this. I love the way all the athletes support each other. I love the way like everybody from the town comes to games and just supports everybody. I think that's really cool, and that's really something that makes Western Western.
For sure. Heck yeah. And so um now we're going to talk kind of more about the team now. And
Mhm.
so obviously you got a new head coach with Coach Mari Silva.
Yes.
Shout out, Coach. And so, what is how do you feel going into this upcoming season with with a new coach at the helm, ready to
Mhm.
guide y'all, ready to go through? Because like from the outside looking in, obviously we're not in the locker room with y'all, but seeing y'all, you guys have been together, just ready to go. So how's that
Yes,
been?
I'm so excited. She has come in. We've been working hard, doing some team bonding stuff. And I think a big thing that she's really working on with us is like getting our confidence going and really working on skills and techniques. So just breaking everything down and not necessarily like starting from scratch, but really just like working our way back up. Um, so I think it's going to be really good. I'm really
Yeah.
excited for next season. Um, yeah, I'm so excited. I think that this next season could be like maybe one of our best, hopefully, like manifest it, yeah.
Yeah.
But I think she's really working with us and even just all this team bonding stuff that we're doing, like getting to hang out together and her being in the dunk
Yeah,
tank,
she was the
like
dunk
that's
tank
really
for the
fun.
block
And
party. Yeah.
yes, and then she just made us Brazilian steak. Like she shipped in a bunch of Brazilian foods to be able to like share with us. It was
Yeah.
amazing. Highly
So
recommend.
next Brazilian steak, you got to tell her like, hey, we should invite John. Like, you
Sure.
should,
I
yeah.
got you.
I'm trying to get some Brazilian steak. So with that being said, you guys are all band of sisters ready to go.
Mhm.
Um, but obviously we've been talking about a lot of the positives without throughout the season and whatnot. But what are some of the things that, or what were some of the challenges that you specifically was able to accomplish last season that you're kind of ready to help set you up for this next season?
Yeah. I feel like over like throughout last season, a lot of the challenges having that confidence. I think um I know speaking for myself, like it was really hard to be able to feel that confidence when there's a lot of things that you may do right, but it just doesn't necessarily feel like you're doing it
For
right.
sure.
So I think something that Mari has really been focusing on is like helping us know when our technique is right. Like even if it wasn't a perfect pass, she still is like, that's the right thing to do. Keep doing it and it'll work. Or like if we hit it out of bounds by like this much, but it was the shot we were working on. She's like, that's the right thing to do. Keep doing it. And I think that's something that can really help all of us, but especially like speaking for myself, that's something that's been really helping me in the spring season and now leading up to the fall season. Uh, so I think that'll be really good, just
For
gaining
sure.
that confidence.
Yeah. And so, as you gain that confidence and as you kind of continue forward, how do you feel like, with this team, you got a lot of um, girls that are staying
Mhm.
and, ready to conquer it. How are you guys preparing? Obviously, you preparing, yourself with your
Mhm.
confidence and getting ready to go. Have you guys been getting ready as a team?
Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of moments whenever maybe things would happen. Like we would come together as a team and we're like, hey, this is like us. We're together right now. So I think that's something really good that we can bring into the next season as well, is just staying together as a team and um, being there for each other, encouraging each other, and being somebody that our teammates can just lean back on. Like if anything, maybe you're having a rough practice, like just
Yeah,
understanding, hey, we're okay. Like I got you. Like something to kind of make up for it a little bit.
for sure. And so, what's one this I guess this question for you, what's one moment from this last season that you're going to remember?
Oh, okay. So in the spring on April Fool's, sorry, Martina, but we got her so good. Even Coach Minnis was involved in it too, but we pranked her that we were gonna do the conditioning test again during spring. We were all in on it except
Yeah.
her, and we were like ready on the line. Like Minnis was counting us down, and then he said April Fool's, and we all just like died laughing. We were like, sorry, I had to do it.
And so she's just shaking her, be like, "Oh man, like right."
Love her. So sorry, but you're a trooper.
Heck yeah. And so, one thing that I feel like you've brought up consistently is like you guys are all together. Like you guys are a
Mhm,
squad. You guys are glued. Like going to concerts, like even outside the season. Just like, yeah, you guys are just all
mhm.
friends at the end of the day. And so, for the next question is like, what would you say is special about this team?
Oh, I think I feel like we've all just been through so much together and like we all are just always doing stuff together and just knowing like we're there for each other and knowing that just having like the opportunity to be able to do some team bonding stuff like running out boats and hanging out together, hanging with Mari even like at her house is all that stuff that we're able to do and it just feels so natural and fun and I'm excited to bring in some more of our commits that are coming in and like just grow our team and grow the connections that we have.
Yeah, just continue to build that
Yeah.
chemistry. That's awesome. Well, like with that being said, like with this team, what is kind of the thing that you feel like you guys continue to excel at, if that
Mhm.
makes sense? I don't know if that sounds better in my head,
I
but
think so.
like,
I think we've really been working with Mari, and I think everything that she's been wanting us to do and wanting us to work on, like we've all had an open mind with everything and all, especially like skill wise in particular. When she has us break down certain skills, we all just don't question it. We're just like, okay, let's do it. Because we trust her and like we know she wants the best for us. She wants the best for the team, and she's gonna help get us there. So we're trusting in that, and I think we're all just excited to be able to bring it into the next season as well.
thank you. Awesome. Well, Mel, thank you so much
Of
for
course.
being involved in the Why Western podcast. We do have one more question for you before you go. And so for this last question, we'll actually have you look at the camera so you can talk to the fans. But this last question was what message you have for your fans or your
Mhm.
supporters, as well as the Leatherneck volleyball supporters that have been there with you guys throughout the seasons and that continue to support you as you go
Yeah.
along.
Um, First of all, I just want to say thank you. And I think talked about this before, but like when I was playing as a little girl and like you look up to these college players and just the college environment and seeing them play in front of like a bunch of fans in the audience. I think that was something that I always wanted to do. And now I'm here and you guys are helping make that happen and just helping make it a memorable moment. So I want to say thank you. And I really hope to see you all next season. Hopefully it'll be a great
Yes.
season. So we'll see a whole new style, whole new team coming.
Awesome. Well,
Yeah.
Mel, thank you again so much. It's been a pleasure to be able to get to know you a little bit better.
Yes,
So
thank you so much.
awesome. Thanks.